Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the continuation of the Judaism, because this religion is very important because of the two prophets are involved, or they are follow in the two prophets. One of these as a father, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and then one is the reformer of the Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. Even though between Ibrahim alayhi salam and the Musa alayhi salam is about 500 to 600 years is different. So they're believing that they are believe in the Torah, but the Torah one of the come one. But what happened, and then Torah is the central concept of the Judaism and has a range of religious judicial meaning. Torah is the headline of the 5 and divided into 24 other books, tafsirat like I mentioned, which all instructed and offers a way of life for those who follow it. Also, it can mean the continued narrative from the Genesis to totally of Jewish teaching, cultural and practice. So, Torah, that is God's word, of course, and oral and written, like I said. Oral Torah consists of interpretation and implications which, according to rabbinic tradition, have been handed down from the generation and are now represented in the Talmud and Midrash. And it is written at the time of Babylonian exile on 600 before Christ. So these people is the sometimes it is very united people by themselves, because these rabbinic helped them a lot. Other than that, the time, like I mentioned, that Sulaiman, and there was very bad enmity among themselves. But then the Musa alayhi salam, which is brought these and then asked them to do this, to do that, and then they finally, even though the tafsir of those Torah is 24 books now, and even though the Old Testament and the New Testament, all of them is still is narrated or get from the explanation from the Torah mostly. And other things also, like I mentioned, this nation is very Semitic because of they are proud of themselves. They are proud of themselves. They do not compare themselves to any other human being, any other woman and man, or any other religious. Even though I think I mentioned that is the habit or their tradition is to not marry with any other except to be Jewish, either girls or boys. So today is the most powerful people in the world. even though for such a massacre they had on for last 2000 years, but still they are strong because they got their weakness. They understand. They returned back to go by the way of the ego or the person mind, the person interest. So they are very much business people. They think they have to do something to be not lose. So if there's something happen, they help each other. And also if I mention it, good. If not, I'm telling you that the Jewish now are two kind of in the whole entire world. One of the group they are secular, means they bring the secularism. They create the secularism. What does mean that? That is they just say, okay, the book, the Torah is there. It's okay. We are not touched, we are not losing, we are not bothered, but only we do whatever it is our interest is. These are, and at the same time they don't want the law of the Tanakh or the written of Torah to be applied for the secularism. And even though in the other most of the other religion also now apply for that too, to become secular, or at least they call it, even in our religions they come out by moderate. So this is also synonym by the same way of the Jewish said, and then so Muslim also they are trying to say the same thing, but it's not secular, but they say moderate. It means yes, the life is changing, every day is new, we have to go by new things, and the old, whatever is old was, leave them alone. Is not, sometimes is not worth it anymore. However, the high tech and mostly the internet today, that is the one of the, I can say, this is the human being creations, because God gave the man power to the mind of the man. God blew the spirit, it is mean power, and then now the man is also at the same time is vicegerent of God in this earth, and then they can be a creator by himself. The man can create watch, can create electricity, can create those things, was the reason that God gave already to the human being to be as a top. So however, the Jewish also this kind of style which I mentioned to you, is this is all go by their own way, on their pride of themselves. And also now I give you one more break, and also I come back to talk some more about the unseen or invisible creation through to this religion. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.